priorities.
Is Earth. You live here on this planet somewhere, and everything that you've ever known.
Where even is this, bro? That ain't Earth. That's not Earth. Because you're supposed to have Canada and America over here, then Europe, and then Africa, and then Asia, and then Australia somewhere in the middle. But that ain't, that's the wrong type of Earth.
But just how small exactly is Earth when compared to the scale of the entire universe? Let's start by zooming out to where we can see our nearest cosmic neighbor, the moon.
Shout out the moon, bro. Shout out the moon.
It dominates our night skies, but in reality, the moon isn't this close to our planet. It's actually about this far away, 384,400 kilometers away from you right now on average.
That's far.
You could fit 30 entire Earths in between this distance, and
that's
if you
not that
somehow
far.
were able to drive a car at a constant 100 kilometers per hour speed, it would take you about 160 days to drive the entire distance.
160 days to get to the moon? That's not that bad. That's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. How have we not gone to the moon then? We could just drive to the moon in reality.
Incredible distance, however, 12 humans have actually set foot here, representing the
12?
furthest way that any individual human has ever been away from the Earth, and one of humanity's greatest achievements. This is what the Earth would.
Our greatest achievement is going to the fucking moon. Are you kidding me?
If you wanted to communicate with somebody back at home, it would take a message about 2.5 seconds to travel between you and them, since that's how fast the speed of light can travel at. This is a photo that was taken on Mars, and that tiny dot that you see there is Earth as seen from the Martian surface. On average, Mars is an incredible 225 million kilometers.
Chat, you ever think about that, low key? You ever think about that shit, bro? Like, if you look at a star in the sky, bro, that is a planet, bro. That's a planet, but not only is it a planet, like, people could be living on that planet, and they could be looking at you and seeing you as a star and be like, yo, look at that star, and they couldn't realize that there's actually human life on that planet. Yo, so there could be other people living in the universe, in the whole wide world. What? Could you imagine that, meeting another motherfucker from another planet? Yo. This shit really like Star Wars, though. Because how are you going to fly from planet to planet? Fuck flying country to country, bro. Motherfuckers going to go planet to planet. What?
But that distance can be as high as
that makes no sense.
Million kilometers. That means that whenever humanity finally gets around to landing a human on the planet, that person will be 986 times further away from Earth than the astronauts who landed on the moon were. In addition, the time delay for sending a message from Mars back to Earth isn't just 2.5 seconds, it's actually more like 20 minutes each direction, which would render instant communication in the event of an emergency impossible. When we zoom out even further away, we can find the Voyager 1 space probe, which is the furthest away man-made object from Earth. It is currently located 138 AUs from the Earth, AU meaning astronomical unit, which is the distance between the Earth and the Sun, which means that Voyager 1 is 138 times further away from us than the Sun is. At some point on its long voyage, Voyager 1 turned its camera around.
Yo, I just want to say, yo, chat right here. Like, I don't know how this flat Earth thing is a theory if it literally shows the Earth as a circle. Is this not? This is literally hard evidence that Earth is a circle. But everybody says, no, Earth is flat, Earth is flat. Bro, it's a fucking circle. You can see it right here. How do you not know? Like, people are just like, I think they're just clip farming, bro. They're just rage baiting at this point. They have to be.
This photograph. It may not look like much at first, but in my opinion, this is the greatest single photograph ever taken.
There's one white spot with a bunch of lines on it.
This tiny pale blue dot is Earth, and I don't think that anybody has ever said something as amazing about this as Carl Sagan when he said, "If you look at it, you see a dot. That's here. That's home. That's us. On it, everyone you ever heard of, every human being who ever lived out their lives. The aggregate of all our joys and sufferings, thousands of confident religions, ideologies, and economic doctrines. Every hunter and every forager, every hero and coward, every creator and destroyer of civilizations, every king and every peasant, every young couple in love, every hopeful child, every mother and every father, every inventor and explorer, every teacher of morals, every corrupt politician, Every superstar, every supreme leader, every saint and sinner in the history of our species lived there, on a mote of dust suspended in a sunbeam. Voyager 1 is currently traveling at 17 kilometers every single second, but even at that speed, it won't break out of the reach of our solar system for another 30,000 years.
What?
Once we go beyond the solar system, we arrive in our interstellar neighborhood. Here we shift to the light-year unit of measurement.
What the
which
fuck
is
is
the
this?
distance that light travels in a full Earth year, or about 9.461 trillion kilometers. The star Proxima Centauri here is the closest other star to us other than our sun, but it's still 4.24 light years away from us. To put that into perspective, if it was heading in the right direction, it would still take Voyager 1 over 70,000 years to reach it. In other words, if you drove your car at 100 kilometers an hour like in our previous example to the moon, it would take over 6 times longer than the entire age of the universe is just to finally get there.
What the fuck does that even mean, bro? Just put it in hours or days or something.
When we zoom out even further, we can see the entire Milky Way galaxy, inside of which Earth is located right here. This yellow dot is the furthest extent of humanity's radio broadcasts throughout history, which means that any possible aliens who live outside of this range are totally unaware of humanity's presence. It's complete silence.
Yo, wait, so do you actually think there's other humans in the universe? Or like other creatures? I don't think so, man. I don't think so. I think it's just us. I think it is just us, bro. I'm gonna be honest. Like, the possibility that somebody is living in here somewhere else that we don't know about, I feel like that's low-key they're trolling, bro. Imagine there's another me though somewhere, bro. That'd be cool.
But the entire galaxy spans over 100,000 light years from end to end.
Damn.
There are over 100 billion stars and over 100 billion planets inside of our galaxy.
Yo, you know what? Bro, I'm gonna just create something that allows me to talk to any planet in the whole universe. Like, the one planet is here, and then the farthest planet ever away. Like, I'm gonna just create something that is like radio talking that can contact any planet in the fucking anything, any planet, literally any planet you can talk to. I'm gonna create something like that so we can see if there's any real people that actually live somewhere else. Because I don't think there actually is, bro. I think they'll go radio silent. I don't think so, bro. I'm gonna be honest.
I've never seen the full glory of the galaxy at night, because 99% of the stars that you can see with the naked eye are limited to this small, tiny region right here. But
bro, I don't get it though.
This galaxy is nothing compared to the rest of what's out there. Zooming out even further, and we arrive at the local group of galaxies, a collection of 54 different galaxies that is.
Yeah, but how do you know it's like this if you've never seen this, though? That makes no sense.
Zooming out even further, and we can see the Virgo supercluster, of which the local group
what
here
the fuck is this, man?
There are at least 100 other groups of galaxies just like our own local group inside of here, and
bro,
the distance from one side to the other is a mind-numbing 110 million light years.
But how do you know, man? There's no evidence that proves that.
Nothing but a quiet and tiny lobe of the Great Laniakea supercluster, an enormous structure that is home to our galaxy as well as 100,000 other galaxies.
What?
The distance from one side to the other is 520 million light years, but from even there we can zoom out all the way to the entire.
Oh, now we're just making shit up, bro. This is just a fuzzy screen from a TV, man. This isn't fooling anybody.
A tiny and insignificant part of everything. This is the observable universe, and it contains everything that we know of. It is home to at least 2 trillion different and individual galaxies, which together contain more stars than there are grains of sand on the entire Earth.
Yeah, but how do you know that, bro? You haven't counted every grain of Earth and every planet.
Light years,
it's impossible.
Which means that the entire width is 93 billion light years across.
Well, we're gonna get bigger.
What's perhaps even more interesting, however, is what actually lies beyond the observable universe. Keep in mind that the observable universe is all that we can currently see, and it's entirely possible that the rest of the universe outside of it is vastly larger and more fantastic than we
You're just
could
making shit up
possibly
now, bro.
ever
This makes no
imagine.
sense.
We simply don't know what else is out there, because the light from these incredibly distant places has not yet had enough time in the universe's history to reach us yet back on Earth. And the light from some places may never reach us at all. Because some parts of space very far away from Earth are expanding away from us faster than the speed of light, that means that the light from these places will never, in an infinite amount of time, reach Earth. Meaning that even if humanity is eternal and exists forever, there will still be an unknown number of places in the universe that we will never know about or ever see. So, it is very likely that as unbelievably enormous as it seems, the observable universe is just a tiny slice of what we can currently see of the entire universe. According to the theory of cosmic inflation that was proposed by Dr. Alan Guth, if it is assumed that cosmic inflation began at 10 to the negative 37th of a second after
Okay, now this makes no fucking sense because you guys are just talking shit now, bro. This makes no sense, man. You're telling me the farthest we've ever gone is like 100 fucking years away, and now you're talking about billion light years away, bro. Now you guys are just making shit up, bro.
And with the assumption that the size of the universe
I don't believe any of this anymore.
Inflation began was equal to its age times the speed of light, then this would seem to suggest
They've
that
lost
at
me
the
now.
present day, the entire universe is 150 sextillion times larger than the observable universe. That number for reference looks like this, with this many zeros. Let this number sink in for just a moment. This would be similar to you thinking that the entire observable universe, everything that you could see, was the size of a light bulb, but then realizing that in reality the entire universe is larger than the former planet of Pluto. Imagine a light bulb in the center of Pluto.
Oh, so Pluto is real.
The light bulb were
Someone said
totally
Pluto got
unaware that
destroyed, like it
Pluto
blew up or
existed
something.
outside of it, and that's
So
a
Pluto
similar
actually does
situation
exist and
to
it is
this.
real.
We are all
So why are we not counting it as a planet anymore? What are we doing?
But you shouldn't worry, because all that means is that there is so much left out there for us to discover together.
Yo, that's kind of cool though, bro. I like these science mans because I like these science people, bro, because they be bringing different thoughts to my head on how to be better in life and shit. I kind of like it.